Good afternoon, Lady Liberty Stacker. It is Wednesday, November 22nd, 2017, the day before Thanksgiving. I am making a cornbread recipe for our family gathering tomorrow. I'm going to my son's, and they requested cornbread, so I figured I'd use my cornstick pan. 2 pans. I have a little one. It's a Wagnerware unmarked. Actually, it's marked from about 1968. And I have a crusty corn cobs pan from 1920. It's also a Wagnerware, Sydney, Ohio. And I'll show them to you after I get them out here. They're warming up in the oven. But I tried this recipe one time already, and I've tweaked it a little bit here to make nice, moist cornbread. So here we go. To start off with, over here we have 1 1/4 cups of milk. I happen to use soy milk. It's vanilla soy milk, organic. I like these a little bit sweeter, and that gives it a little bit of a sweet taste to it. You can use any kind of milk that you want. You could probably add regular milk and put vanilla, a little bit of vanilla in there if you want. There's a slightly beaten egg here. And it calls for a 1/4 cup or a 1/2 stick of butter melted. I added a little extra butter. I want it moist. So while I talk to you guys about that, I am going to go ahead and put the butter into the microwave, and we're going to go ahead and melt it. We're going to melt it here, and we're going to put 35 seconds in there. We're going to go ahead and melt it. And I'll tell you what's in here. We have 1½ cups of yellow ground cornmeal. I use Bob's Red Mill Organic. We have a 1/2 cup of flour. I happen to have white pastry flour, whole wheat on hand, so I put that in. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and just whisk it all together to make sure it's well mixed, so on and so forth. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. And next we have 1 large egg. It says partially beaten. I just go ahead and beat it up as much as possible. The egg there. Okay, and we have, get all the egg off of there. And of course we have the milk, and I'm going to set this down, and I will be right back and with the butter. I am back again with the butter. Very hot, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour it into here. And a little bit extra from last time, I'm going to go ahead and get a silicone spatula here, try to get it all out. I want this to be a little moister. I hate dry cornbread, it's just me. So we're going to go ahead and put our egg in here, and we're going to mix all the wet ingredients up, and then you add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients here gradually, so it blends real nice. So anyway, here we go, and I'm going to go ahead and move the tripod up a little closer so we can see what I'm doing, and here it is. So we're going to go ahead and pour it in. I got it with the spatula here. I'm going to whisk it though. There we go. I just pour it all in, what the heck. Now the cornbread pans have heated up, and I'm mixing this up real good. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, try to get all the good stuff off. I don't want anything to go to waste. We need this whole recipe, so we're going to take a whisk, and we're going to go ahead and whisk it all in here. I'll be right back. I'm going to wipe off my finger. It's kind of tough. Try this sometime. Try to cook on video, live. So I'm no Martha Stewart or whoever. Can't think right now, but anyway, I'm just whisking this up really nice, and the pans are nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead and spray them down with Crisco olive oil cooking spray. It works for me. It worked for me before. It'll work for me this time. And this mixing bowl is nice. I got a nesting mixing bowl set here, and I like this because it has a little handle that you can grab. It has a nice pour spout here. And this works out really, really well. So anyway, got it right here, mixing it all really, really nice. And there we go. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do, the recipe initially calls for 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes in the oven. This is going to be ready after about 15, 16 minutes. So I'm going to get out the pans here, and I'm going to go ahead. I'll go ahead and move the batter so you can see me spray them down. And got the oven still going here. I'm going to go ahead and move the tripod a little bit closer so you can see. And here we are. So we're going to go ahead and just lightly spray the insides of the little cobs. And it's the easiest way to do it. They're nice and hot. And just spread it in here and spray it in here and you're good to go. So we'll put that away. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and and before I go any further, I just want to show you the pans here. This one is the more modern 1968 Wagnerware pan. It's marked, but it's made in the USA, so I know it was made after 1960. This one was from 1920, or patented in 1920. It's a crusty corn cobs, all spelled with the letter K. And this one here is also a Wagnerware, Sydney, Ohio. And you saw it in my previous video that I made of this one. I had to season it and clean it up and all that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put the tripod back, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the cornbread into the, make sure we get it all here, into the pans, and we're going to make cornbread. And I'm going to, put it in a little bit less time than the recipe calls for, and go from there. So what they say to do is to fill the molds. I'll start here, 3/4 full. Okay, oops. And there we go. There we go. And doing this kind of thing live, guys, try it sometime. Not as easy as the pros make it look. Okay, we're going to go over here. It is kind of messy. We're going to do this one. 3/4 full is what they say. And, even if they go over the top a little bit, it's no big deal. I'm going to go ahead and wipe all that down. There it is. And I think these are going to look really nice. I have a serving bowl and a real pretty napkin that goes with them. And I'm trying to get it all up. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room for a final one. I don't think I will. So what I'll do is just fill in these guys and make sure that, okay, clean it up here. I'm going to pause the camera. I will be right back. Okay, guys, they're going back in the oven now. We have both of the pans in here. So I got it all cleaned up, and believe it or not, it's kind of like a pancake griddle. The sloppy stuff cleaned up real fast, so we're going to go ahead and set our timer. And I'm going to set it for 15 minutes. That should be enough at 425 degrees to get these just fine. There we go. Okay, I will be back once they are done and show you the final result. Okay, guys, I am back again, and basically they were done after 15 minutes. Tested them with the toothpick, like so. Stick it in the middle, comes out clean. Test one of these guys over here, they're a little bit bigger. Comes out clean, and I cheated. I took a bite. But, they're good. So what I'll do is I'll take these down tomorrow to my sons, and I'll just nuke them in the microwave, serve them. So I'll be right back. I'm going to show you what they're going to look like after we serve them, for everybody to help themselves. Hang on a minute. Okay, guys, I'm back. These pans cleaned up real easy. I just got to wash them out with warm water and wipe them down, and they're ready to go the next time. this is what they look like in the pan. They look like corn on the cob. So I actually have 2 batches now. The first batch came out okay. I just scrapped the video because you guys couldn't see what I was doing and I had to reorganize myself a little bit. But here they are. That's the presentation. There'll actually be more of them in there. I'll nuke them with the microwave, warm them up, and serve them. So anyway, I just want to take this time to wish everybody, all my subscribers and friends on YouTube and your families, a happy Thanksgiving. Please be safe if you travel. I'll say a little prayer for you guys. I do for all my friends and family, that you get to and from your destination safely, and enjoy your friends, enjoy your family. Thank the Lord for the blessings that you have. And happy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumb up if you liked the video. Leave a comment or question below. And go make it a great day.